من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها النبي إذا طلقتم النساء فطلقوهن لعدتهن وأحصوا العدة واتقوا الله ربكم لا تخرجوهن من بيوتهن ولا يخرجن إلا أن يأتين بفاحشة مبينة وتلك حدود الله ومن يتعد حدود الله فقد ظلم نفسه لا تدري لعل الله يحدث بعد ذلك أمرا فإذا بلغن أجلهن فأمسكوهن بمعروف أو فارقوهن بمعروف وأشهدوا ذوي عدل منكم وأقيموا الشهادة لله ذلكم يوعظ به من كان يؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر ومن يتق الله يجعل له مخرجا ويرزقه من حيث لا يحتسب ومن يتوكل على الله فهو حسبه إن الله بالغ أمره قد جعل الله لكل شيء قدرا واللائي يئسن من المحيض من نسائكم إن ارتبتم فعدتهن 3 أشهر واللائي لم يحضن وأولاة الأحمال أجلهن أن يضعن حملهن ومن يتق الله يجعل له من أمره يسرا ذلك أمر الله أنزله إليكم ومن يتق الله يكفر عنه سيئاته ويعظم له أجرا أسكنوهن من حيث سكنتم من وجدكم ولا تضاروهن لتضيقوا عليهن وإن كن أولات حمل فأنفقوا عليهن حتى يضعن حملهن فإن أرضعن لكم فآتوهن أجورهن وأتمروا بينكم بمعروف وإن تعاسرتم فسترضع له أخرى لينفق ذو سعة من سعته ومن قدر عليه رزقه فلينفق مما آتاه الله لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا جارية عتت عن أمر ربها ورسله فحاسبناها حسابا شديدا وعذبناها عذابا نكرا فذاقت وبال أمرها وكان عاقبة أمرها خسرا أعد الله لهم عذابا شديدا أعد الله لهم عذابا شديدا فاتقوا الله يا أولي الألباب الذين آمنوا قد أنزل الله إليكم ذكرا رسولا يتلو عليكم آيات الله مبينات رسولا يتلو عليكم آيات الله مبينات ليخرج الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات من الظلمات إلى النور ومن يؤمن بالله ويعمل صالحا يدخله جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها أبدا قد أحسن الله له رزقا الله الذي خلق 7 سماوات ومن الأرض مثلهن يتنزل الأمر بينهن لتعلموا أن الله على كل شيء قدير وأن الله قد أحاط بكل شيء علما.
I think we was live the whole time. See.
You want to say something?
As the gender war rages on, in order to keep the peace, we must discuss the exact facts. Welcome to Ex-Faktly. I'm your host, Saudi Ma'am. Remove your shoes. Enter upon your right foot. Upon the right state of mind, bi-idhnillah. Topic. If she desires a partnering, she is not marriage material. This may come as a shocking statement to many because people look upon their wives as wives look upon their husbands as marriage partners. But this ideal of partnering and this concept of partnering is keeping a lot of women single. When it comes to partners, let's say, for an example, in business, A partner takes equal loss as well as equal gains. If you both invest 50% each in a business, if that business goes under a certain percentage, then you assume that loss equally. If that business flourishes, let's say 100%, that business doubles within a year or so, then you enjoy equal gains. But marriage is not like that. You must provide for a partnering, you must provide equal goods and services. Equal goods and services. For instance, someone buys, there's an ideal for something, someone buys the property and someone develops it. They have to see that buying and developing as equal. If it is already a developed property, then it's not much developing that needs to be done. So your partnership in developing has a lower percentage. You won't be equal partners, yet you'll be partners still. But when it comes to time to reap the benefits, you'll receive less than the one that purchased the developed property. Same scenario, different circumstance. If the property is undeveloped and they purchased the property undeveloped and you developed it and they see that as equal, or you all by contract see that as equal, then you enjoy 50 and 50, which is equality. So you can only expect the percentage of what you invest. You can only expect back the percentage of what you invest as a gain, just as you expect only to lose a percentage of what you have lost, of the losses. You don't expect to lose 10% of yield for the year and then you suffer 20% loss in your investment. You don't expect that. You expect equal for equal. Now dealing again with marriage. Islamically, a man's duty is to maintain and protect. Maintain means to provide maintenance, financial, to meet her basic needs. Anything above and beyond that is considered a sadaqah or a charity. And also to protect with his strength, his wisdoms, his street smarts, whatever he has, to put her in a safe space. And part of protection is also it flows over into finance. Some women are not safe in certain places. There have been complaints to the people of knowledge. Hey, my husband has me in this particular apartment complex or this particular neighborhood. I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe. Therefore, could you please advise him to move me to a better place? So also finances covers to a certain extent, or it bleeds over into protection also and maintenance. Okay. So obedience and honor is the duty of the woman Islamically. The man, maintain, protect. The woman, obedience and honor means she doesn't disgrace him. She doesn't show her zinaz. She doesn't have strange men in her home that her husband does not approve of, or any female that her husband does not approve of, does not keep company her husband does not approve of, so on and so forth. All of this is part of honor. She doesn't put herself in spaces where she can be accused of something and her husband has to take the brunt of the shame in trying to clear his wife's name when she shouldn't have been in that space in the first place. Okay? So, man, maintain and protect. Woman versus woman, which is obedience and honor. Is that equal or not? Is that equal? Women have said, I've heard them with their own mouths, these are so-called Muslim women, they said Islam favors men. Islam favors men. The way we dress, the way we, get to move around. Well, I mean, per capita, how many men, besides American military, but how many men are being raped, versus women? So we can put ourselves in certain spaces and walk out those spaces free and clear and unharmed. You put yourself in the same space, you know, a woman on the dance floor, if you're Catholic, right? So a woman on the dance floor, a bunch of men around, dancing salaciously. The men will flock toward her, grope her, harm her, deservingly or not. A man dancing on the dance floor doing the same salacious dance, dudes will give him 6 feet like he has the virus, So we don't have, or women would even give him 6 feet. So we don't have the same, issues basically that a woman would have. Men and women are different. Again, Allah Ta'ala, Lord of all the world, says that the man maintains and protects. He didn't say the woman. He says the woman is obedient and she honors her husband. He doesn't say the man. He doesn't say the man. And just a quick mention, when a man is looking for a wife or another wife, let's say he has a wife, he's looking for another wife. He is inquiring. He is hitting the DM. He is, putting up posts, looking for another wife. And what does the first wife say? You got me out here looking stupid. Well, you were stupid to go to my page. You were stupid to think that my contract with you excludes me from ever, marrying another woman. That's not our contract. Again, men and women are different. Allah Ta'ala, Lord of the worlds, knows best. Nevertheless, maintenance and protection versus obedience and honor, are they equal? Is that a 50-50? Is that an equal trade? Women have said, no, we get the raw end of the deal. We got to obey this guy and we got to honor this guy. And all he has to do is pay our bills and protect us. They say that the man has the longer end of the stick. And other men have looked at it and said, oh, Allah Ta'ala has truly favored women. All they have to do is listen, follow our leadership, and don't disgrace us. And we got to pay all of their bills, all of their needs. And we have to be a human shield just in case they are in any type of dangerous scenario or situation. So nobody is saying Allah is, well, those sisters were saying Allah was unfair. They were. But no man has said Allah is unfair, making us, because Allah gave us the strength. Allah gave us, Allah gave us the duty to support women from our means. So therefore, we are not saying things are unfair. We're saying things are the way they are. These things are the way they are, the way Allah Ta'ala designed it. Nevertheless, women proclaim, well, before I go there, let me say something else. The male member, the penis versus the vagina, the male penis versus the vagina. The male penis is always good to go. Okay, besides some medical condition, always good to go. A lot of times those medical conditions are mental. They're not anything chemical. They're actually mental. And mental releases the chemical. So nevertheless, in all things being proper, it's always good to go. That's why men into their late, almost near their deathbed, they can still produce children, And women, there's a cutoff. So the vagina has breakdowns, off days, and then it has retirement. Breakdown, off days, and retirement. Breakdowns is, when it loses elasticity at a certain age. Retirement is that it doesn't produce anymore. And it has off days, meaning like the menses. So again, are those equal? So are we bringing the same equipment to this partnering that you desire? Are we bringing the same equipment? And men are not, unless he's super beta, I don't know if men are saying, we need a partnering, I don't know if men are saying that unless they are some type of, what do you call those guys? Some type of gigolo or something, some type of person that is seeking to get over, basically, financially on women, which is not a woman's role. Now, if a woman has more than you, Allah Ta'ala says, give them their mahar at least, give them their dowry at least, give them their sadaq at least, at least. Because you may not be able to afford her bills, but she is willing to do misyar, and say, hey, there's a concession because he can't even afford my taxes, this man. He can't even afford my taxes. So he don't even make enough a year to afford my taxes a year, but I like his character, I like him. I'm going to make a concession and enter a misyar contract with this man so that I can enjoy his good character and everything else that comes with him of good. So I'm willing to say, this is from me, that the penis and the vagina is not equal. Okay? Now, you ask a man, which one is better? So, oh, the vagina is better. You ask the woman, which one is better? Oh, the penis is better. But we're talking about functionality. The man up until his later ages can still produce, and a woman at a point stops producing. She loses moisture. She loses the ability to self-moisturize. She loses elasticity. And even in her younger years, she has off days because of menses and pre-menses and things like that. So again, that is just an anecdote to add, okay? Now, imagine your child saying, hey, we need to have a partnering. We need to be partners. We need to have a partnering in regards to chores, etc. Imagine your child saying that. You'll say, oh, hold on, wait a minute. I pay the bills. I run security around this joint. I set the standard, so therefore there's no partnering son. There's no partnering daughter. And you say, a child? How dare you compare a husband-wife to a child, a parent-child situation? And I say, yes, it is comparable to a child situation. I remember sitting in a counseling session. My wife at that time was complaining about me, and we sat down with this Egyptian sister that was giving us counsel, okay? And the Egyptian sister said, you should look at your wife like an older daughter. That's how you should be nice to her. That's how you should lower your wing of humility and kindness to her. Think of her as an older daughter, because in actuality, she's really an older child, And she wasn't saying that particularly about my wife, but she was talking about the nature of women themselves. She was saying that about herself. Even about herself, she was saying that. We're like older children. Yes, we need guidance. We need protection. We need to be steered a lot of times in the right way, And even my son has given me advice that I found better. My son told me one time, he said, Dad, call a timeout. And I was coaching. I said, timeout. Pulled him over. Okay, what do you need? Well, I want to do this. I said, okay, good. We won the game, alhamdulillah, So nevertheless, that was good advice. And I took it from a 12-year-old at that time. I took it from a 12-year-old. And so advice can come from anyone at any age, but we're talking about a partnering. A man gives orders. A woman gives advice in a relationship. Is advice and orders equal? Do you consider that a partnership? When the final decision is on the man, when the responsibility lands on the man, and if he takes the woman's advice and it does not work out, he's still responsible. He's still responsible. So alhamdulillah. And I gave y'all hints of how a wife is viewed as an older child. When I tell the sisters, child, please, that's a hint. That's a hint. Women proclaim, and they have, accept me the way I am. Don't try to change me. Accept me the way I am. Women have proclaimed that. So you got to accept, a woman for the way she is, and you cannot expect any change. You cannot expect any change. This is what they are proclaiming. I'm just giving you a soft outline of it, not getting into too detailed, because I have an episode coming up dealing with this particular dating site. And I'm going to give some insight regarding that. It won't let me screenshot, so I'm going to have to do a double camera thing on it. Nevertheless, they say, accept me for the way I am. They say, don't try to change me. They say, must love dogs. Even in the house, there's no must love dogs outside. Allah is witness that my limited knowledge has shown me that must love dogs, whether it's a Muslim woman or a Kafir woman, that dog is inside. That dog is inside. There's no must love dogs outside. My dog is outside. She's so soft, her job is only to bark. Her job is to bark, and I'm the one that walks outside late at night. So I wouldn't put on a marriage profile, must love my dog in the backyard. Must love my dog on the side of the house. I wouldn't put that. But women have proclaimed must love dogs. And Kevin Samuel said, buy a dog, grow old, and die alone. Now, why would he say buy a dog, grow old, and die alone? You know why? Because a dog can't replace a man. Speaking of that, I will attempt not to gross you out, but I will maybe gross you out. Sister, dear beloved sister, medical nurse, and I should say military medical, okay? I say medical nurse, nurses are medical, redundant. Military medical had, I don't know how many occasions, but women would come in with some type of growth, disease, fungus, some disease, some ailment on their private parts, on their vagina, or their vagina, as I was saying earlier. They would come with something on them that is not traditional. What statement does the woman make? I can't control my dog. I can't control my dog. On the Opie and Anthony show long ago, when Patrice O'Neal was still alive, they talked about when you see a woman walking with a big dog, a single woman walking with a big dog, they said that was sus, to lack of a better word. Not, like I said, again, I'm attempting not to gross you out, but this is really a gross topic. So when a woman says must love dogs, then they double up and say must love my dog. One woman say, I got 2 dogs and they show me love. So you got to accept my dogs, not her homies, but her dogs, her canines. You must accept them. Kalbain, you must accept my 2 dogs, or it's no deal. It's no deal. And this other woman, military woman, is suffering some animal ailment on her human vagina because she loves her dogs and her dogs show her love. And her statement is, I can't control my dogs. Allah Ta'ala is most wise. Muhammad Sallallahu is indeed his messenger. Dogs should not be in the home. They say, I'm independent. I'm independent. And you want a partner? Let's explain something about independence. Independence is a minor sovereignty. Allah Ta'ala is sovereign. Allah Ta'ala does not need partners. He does not have alternative rulers or people that have, that share in his dominion. No, he doesn't. Okay? He grants dominion to who he wills, and he orders to carry out certain acts whom he wills, but Allah Ta'ala is not in need. Allah Ta'ala is not looking for a partnering that does not allow a partnering. La yushriku fi hukmihi ahada. So again, when a woman says, I'm independent, know this, I'm independent. They put it out there, caps. I'm independent. Then the man says, where do I fit in? Because an independent woman doesn't need a man. Beyond that, they say what? Let's make this clear. Oh, they sound like the husband. They sound like the one that's giving orders and not advice. They say, let's make this clear. I want a husband. Now, I don't need one. I don't need one. Stick with your dog. Your dog takes care of you. You can go to the doctor and get rid of that animal disease every once in a while. And because you can't control the dog, y'all already got married in this modern day and time. So it is what it is. I'm independent does not leave room for a partner. You say you want a partnering, but then you proclaim at the same time you're independent. Okay, that does not leave room for a partnering. They say, I make my own money. Well, don't every woman? Every woman that earns money, married or single, makes her own money. The Muslim man is not asking her for a dime. If she wants to pitch in on a superfluous bill like cable, internet, if it's not necessary for work, if she wants to pitch in, that's fine. Nobody's going to turn that down, okay? But she can't say, I make my own money with the emphasis being on what? I don't need anything from you. I am the way I am. Don't change me. Accept me for the way I am. You must love my dog. My dog is part of this. Another thing. They say my dog is a package deal. Me and my dog. Funny. There was a quote unquote Muslim brother, allegedly Muslim brother, who was ex-American military, screwed up in the head because of all the zulm that they have to do, for the corporations. Had a comfort dog, told a sister that I was the wakil for, told my ward that the dog stays, that the dog will sleep at the foot of the bed every night. Non-negotiable. And I told her, move on, sister. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Move on, sister. Well, this is one rare case because he was screwed up in the head. For a man to make that statement that my dog is a package deal, it will sleep at the foot of the bed. Oh man, I have so much experience. These things pop into my head spontaneously from what I understand from the past. It's crazy. It's crazy. Some of the stuff I suppressed, forgot about, then it rears its ugly head when I talk about subjects like this. Nevertheless, I make my own money implies that you don't need money. Don't we all make our own money? If your wife is not working any at all, then what I would do, I would give them allowance, or have them come work with me. And that would have been ideal. Nevertheless, the same women, as a note, the same women are willing to, all this independence, all this I got my own money, all this, accept me as I is, don't change me. Okay, accept me as I am, don't change me. Check this out. Same women are willing to hyphenate their family name. Worse than that, they're willing to drop their family name and assume their husband's family name in the name of romance. You say, oh, those are kuffar. No, Muslim sisters. Muslim sisters are taking they're dropping their family name and taking the last name of their husband. A woman does not become a man's property. You don't change her name. She maintains her name. They say, talking about objectification of women, she becomes an object, especially if you can brand her like a cow. You are now a Johnson. Mrs. Peterson, you are now a Johnson. This is how it works. I should say, Miss Peterson, you are now a Johnson. Mrs. Johnson. Anyway, nevertheless, in the name of romance, they'll drop their father's name or minimally hyphenate. Anyway, so last thing I'll mention, marriage ready women. Marriage ready women are willing to shapeshift. What do I mean? There's no accept me the way I am. Babe, what can I do to make you happy? What can I, pre-marriage, post-marriage, what can I do to make you happy? If they notice any, you know, even a frown on your face, they got women that they stare you down. They're looking at you. You're frowning. What's wrong, baby? What's wrong? Is anything I did? Is there anything I can do, better to make things better? If it has nothing to do with me, is there anything I can do to make the situation better? They don't say accept me as I am. They want to shape shift into what their husband wants, because they're trying to make that marriage last forever. Good men don't leave women like that. If there's some trash men that leave women that are really attentive and things like that, man, I can't help you with that one. Don't try to change me. They're willing to change for their husband to make that thing work, because he's the leader. In the military, you have to move the gun a certain way, step a certain way. That there's a way. There's a way you salute, right above the brow or on the temple. I don't know how they do it, forehead, whatever they do. So there's a way to do it. The one that salutes wrong never tells the sergeant, you need to accept me for the way I am and stop trying to change me. Marching all wrong, off step, off beat, Oh, you need to accept me for the way I am. Don't try to change me. Nobody does that in life. Your boss comes and say, hey, man, you got to flip them burgers a little faster, man. You burnt one side. And you say, oh, accept me for the way I am. Don't try to change me. That don't work anywhere in life except for these single, empowered women that are obviously looking for a husband. They are on the lowest of websites looking for husbands, yet and still, they got all these big old demands. Aren't you on your last hurrah? Aren't you on your last, ain't this your last dance? Why are you 60, 55, 45, talking about, I'm looking for somebody to be my forever person? I was married for 20 years. Now I'm divorced for 2 years. Now I'm ready to get back out there and find my forever person. By the way, don't try to change me. You must love my dog. Problematic. A marriage-ready woman will shapeshift for the pleasure of her man, not seeking a partner, as if she's his equal. A marriage-ready woman doesn't, even if she's richer or has more wealth than her prospect or her husband that she marries, she doesn't flaunt it and say you're less of a man because I make more money than you. She understands she is still the woman. All the money you have won't stop that burglar from breaking in. All that money you have that money you have won't chase down the purse snatcher. The guy that jumps out the alley on you when you're alone. What you gonna do? Throw money at him? What you gonna do? The issue is this. Marriage-ready women are not looking for partners. They're looking for leadership. They're looking for a protector. And they will already be feminine. They will already be willing to honor that man. They will already be obedient, or in the frame of obedience. They'll already be there. So when they find that man, they know they can keep him. I got me a good one. I'm going to keep him. And for the Muslim women, you find a good man, do you realize that other women see he's a good man? Especially by the way he treats you. Now the proof is in the pudding that that's a good man. Other women are going to desire him. How do you maintain that relationship when other women are clamoring for your husband? Stay in your feminine frame. Honor him. Be obedient to him. Be attentive to him. Be willing to shape shift. And he's not going to leave you for anybody else. He may build the family, add to the family, but he's not going to leave you. I did one show called Wifey Became the Ops. Relationship was going so smooth. Then this idiot then took in another wife and messed our relationship up. That's what they say. Wifey became the ops. She was a good woman, an ideal woman. She just didn't like that part of Islam. She didn't like that part of Islam. And when you did it, I'm going to take the kids. I'm going to take the kids to the Kafirs. You know the Kafirs are going to favor me. I'm going to walk in as your oppressed hijabi, you know. And you the big bad Muslim. Look at your beard. Oh, the judge going to eat that up. Look at your beard. You know. So again, wifey becomes the ops like overnight. Because she was comfortable in that space. She wasn't willing to shapeshift. A woman has to be malleable. She has to be pliant in order to make a relationship work. The husband's not going to always come home happy, go lucky, joy. No, he's may come home upset. So you might have to not say, what's wrong? What's wrong with you? Well, why you're always frowning when you come home, you know? Instead of doing that, say, babe, let me fix you a plate. You know, I'm gonna fix you a plate. Or you gonna shower first? Let me sit down real quick. Let me get your shoes. You know, I mean, there's a way to go about it. There's one instance. I'll close with this one, but there's an instance where I forget the exact details, but a man came home after travel. While he was gone, his son had taken sick. Then his son eventually died. The wife, when he walked into the door, did not say, your son is dead. Your son is dead. Yeah, she didn't do that. She served him cool drink. She took his shoes off, made sure he was comfortable and everything, gave him food, everything, you comfortable, so on and so forth. Make sure he was very, very comfortable and said, in so many words, Habibi, your son has returned to Allah. And she said it in such nice words and nice tone. Allah has called back, Allah has called your son, he had taken sick and then Allah called him back, but she made sure he was nice, calm, fed, everything. He didn't walk in after a hard day's work or travel and she just, panic. She didn't do that. Yes, it's still going to be hard, stressful news. It's going to be, it's going to be a hard pill to swallow, but your panic does not help the situation. It does not help the situation. So again, men are looking for, Kafir men are looking for fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative women. Muslim men are looking for obedient, honorable women. That's what we're looking for. If we can't get it, we're not gonna become monks. We're gonna fall in something halal. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna become monks, but we will, to a certain extent, give up. Not give up on women, but give up on the ideal and go into misyar type situation, go into, as I mentioned, astronaut type situations. We'll go into that. Because we got to get it out. We got to release our wiggles. Especially in this society. We just steady bombarded. So people say, well, fast. Well, how many times you fasted? Let's say you work a call center, or you worked a job, even Walmart, or you worked a job where men and women closely deal with each other. Those women come to work dressed like prostitutes. You know that for a fact. Even in the corporate field, they come dressed short, got a short skirt with a little slit on the side or a slit right up the back. You could almost see it, and they'll bend over and they have no shame about themselves. They got jobs, they come to work in leggings. You can see everything. You can see the moose knuckle. You can see the badass. You can see everything. Everything's there to see. Nothing left to imagination. And they say, man, you need to fast. Well, that advice is good for that society, or if you stay inside and stay off the internet and stay off TV. You know how many times someone sent me a TikTok? Now, those that have TikTok, they can agree with me. They understand what I'm saying. You'll click on the TikTok link, and it won't go right to the link. It'll be a girl shaking her butt in your face. Then the next video is the link. I'm telling you, it happens all the time. My wife sent me a video. I click on it. I text her back, nice. She said, what you talking about? She was sending me like some herbal, some juicing type thing, you know. I clicked on it. It was a beautiful, fine chocolate woman, you know, standing there. I text her back, nice. Hey, you want to play? You sent it to me. Let's play. You know, hey, I didn't know. I didn't know that TikTok did that. TikTok does that sometimes. You know, I don't like it because you try to, you know, backspace TikTok, and it'll another video, another like 2-3 videos before you can get out of it. You know, you got to basically just, I don't know, just clear the whole deal, you know. Anyway, so that's all that I have. Women should not be seeking partner rings. They should be seeking leadership. They should be seeking providers and protectors, not seeking a partner, because you can't provide equal to what he's providing. You cannot provide equal to what he's providing. Nor can he equal what you're providing. But it's not a 50-50. It's not a partnering. Seek a man, seek a leader, seek a provider, seek a protector. Men, seek one that will honor you and be obedient to you, that won't betray you. And that's all that I have on the topic, but inshallah, I got a few comments. I'll go to those. Wa alaikum salam, Brother Jawad. He said they don't give us peace anymore, which is sad. There still are some. You got to go to Thailand. You got to go to Philippines. Yeah. You got to make that trip to Morocco. You got to, you know, they got some good ones, bro. They got some good ones. If you go to Morocco, if you go down there for one family, they're not gonna let you go. They're gonna keep you in their home. You won't go to a hotel. They'll keep you in their home, make sure that you marry their daughter. So you got to make it clear before you get there, I'm getting a hotel, and I'm visiting friends. Yes, I'm visiting your family to check on your daughter, but I'm also visiting friends. So check on more than one. Because if you get with one family, they're not going to let you go, Akeem. They're not going to let you go. And it's not anything bad. It's just that, you know, they want you to marry their daughter if they like you. So got to branch out, man. I don't know if you're here, but alhamdulillah, you got to branch out. A lot of good women in the world. But the stain of capitalism is going to reach every single one of them. And the stain of feminism and the stain of, you know, all these stains are going to reach them, you know. And it's sad. Say they are trained to misbehave here in the West. Yeah. If you notice, actually, this is part of another content of a show, but I'll say it here, that women are the only creature that can say, I'm toxic. And it's like braggadocious. It's like a brag. I'm toxic. Ooh, man, I can't wait to get me a toxic chick. You know, it's like they are the only creature that can say they're toxic, and it's like a self-compliment. It's a braggadocious compliment. That is a problem. So yeah, they're trained to misbehave. Toxic, keying your car, busting your windows, all that is considered cute. Oh, just fix the window and get over it. Oh, just get another paint job and get over it. You know, man, look, get me started. He said even female customers dress inappropriately. Again, that's what I'm saying. If you're out there like that, you're fasting, man, it's best to, if you're going to fast, and especially to lower sexual desires, you can't be fasting and putting your eyes on all that, man. But I'm going to tell you, bruh, I was at the airport, bruh, like half the women are naked. Half of them are clothed yet naked. All walking around in leggings, bruh. All of them. White women built like sisters. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm like, wow, like really nowhere you can turn, bruh. And imagine trying to fast in that, you know, situation. So if you're going to fast to control your sexual desires, you have to put yourself in a space. Put yourself in a space. Alhamdulillah, Yusuf says walking STDs. Hey, that might be true. It looked like it's right. It looked like it's straight. But they might be walking STDs, nevertheless. Yeah, so you got to be at home, away from the TV, away from the internet, and fast, man. Get your study on. That's how you control your desires. But guess what? The shaitan going to be right in here, and he going to send one of them by your down the sidewalk, by your house, and they going to say, you know how they laugh, and you're going to be like, look out the window, like, who's that? Who's that in front of my house? It's a hard pill, man. We need khilafah, bro. I can't wait. I will crawl to the khilafah. I will crawl to it. I can't take it, man. I know my weaknesses. I can't take it, I can't take it. I want to be in a better space, not just a better neighborhood, because the better neighborhood you go to, the more naked they are. Well, them rats be naked too in the hood. But nevertheless, alhamdulillah. JJ said, you need to use ad blocker, like blockada to block all adverts. You mean the one on the top? How do I block this guy at the top?
I told you many times.
I don't know how to block that guy at the top. I thought it'd be an X or something. Anyway, so yeah, inshallah, I'll work on that. Yusuf don't know how to do stuff like that. Jawad says, I quit a job over that, saw way too much, and the guy was like, it's your second day. Subhanallah, man. Ya Allah, bro. Man, it was a brother named Mutmin. He worked in a call center. And I told him, I said, man, how do you do it, man, around them women like that, bro? Man, boy, I had me 4 wives and 7 concubines. I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it. I'm really uncomfortable, I'm really uncomfortable in that situation. I'm uncomfortable. Danielle, wa alaikum. You know what I'm saying? So I'm uncomfortable in that situation. Nevertheless, quitting your job, mashallah, that's a brave thing, man. They got one sister on Facebook. She said that, oh, this guy on my job keep going at me, and I'm really attracted to him, and he seemed like a really good kafir dude. But I'm married. I love my husband. But she never talked about quitting her job. What should I do? She likes the guy. She likes the compliments. She likes the flirtatiousness. But she loves her husband and don't know what to do. And sisters and brothers are entertaining that, So, anyway, so Yusuf says, surround yourself with the law-fearing brothers. Yes, yeah. We crack a lot of jokes, but we don't support each other in wrong, alhamdulillah. You got to surround yourself with good brothers, mashallah. And Danielle, you're late. You will be penalized. Inshallah, if you get time, go back and watch it again. Inshallah, ta'ala, watch its entirety. Well, what she says she likes her husband, she loves him, and this and that, and but getting it, people just, it's like this one guy, and I'm not gonna give the details because it's really gross. This one guy said he wasn't, he was almost at the Viagra stage, and he put himself in a different situation, and he was fixed. What he did was broken, but he was fixed all of a sudden. So sometimes it's, like I said again, 80% of sickness and ailments starts here, because your body has a pharmacy inside of it. You can self-heal a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? That's why placebo tends to have a working effect, although it's just a sugar pill, because you think that is the medication. So your body will conform. It's called psychosomatics. But nevertheless, Jawad says, okay, at Yusuf, I was working with a Muslim brother, and this happened, and did not seem to faze him, but I was like, I cannot. Well, I bet it did faze him. I bet it did faze him. Because sometimes I'm in certain spaces, I act like I'm unfazed, but I'm, quite phased. You know what I'm saying? I act like I'm unfazed, but I'm quite phased in that situation. But it's kind of like what they say, never let them see you sweat. It's kind of like that. So again, um, it says, Brother Gabriel has a whole video about sisters cheating at work. Yeah, yeah. I don't have a video amount of evidence against sisters, but basically, when Allah Ta'ala talked about the separation of the sexes in certain spaces, things like that. Like for instance, khalwa is seclusion. There's no khalwa on the internet. There's no khalwa on video or in the DM. That's a misconception. Khalwa means that you're able to put the dabr in the babr. That's what khalwa means. Khalwa means that you're in a situation where if you wanted to do it, you could do it. A man driving a taxi and she in the back seat, that's not an ability to do it. Her driving and the man in the back seat, that's not. Of course, she can go to a hotel. She can drive to an alley. Yes, we're talking about the normal driving of A to B. Those are situations. Okay, don't tint the windows. Drive glass house. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so another one is that khalwa is like this, and we talked about this. We sat with guys that are scholars of usul and stuff like that. So what happens is that if she runs, let's say she runs a business, or she's in the managerial CEO or whatever, right? And she has an office. Well, if she's gonna have a one-on-one with the male, either she have another person in the office with her, or she leaves the door open. If there's an issue of confidentiality, then she can close the door, but she cannot lock it, and she has to open the blinds if there's any glass in front of basically put yourself in a situation where someone can walk in at any time. Put yourself in a situation where people pass by and they see the activities, okay? So again, this is, khalwa is a deep subject. It's really not that deep, but it's deep for a lot of people because they think that if I'm in her DMs, that's khalwa. Shaitan is the third. Shaitan got an account? Shaitan is hacking me? How is that working? So again, yes, you can be inappropriate in a DM. Aren't people inappropriate publicly? In crowds? They got video of women walking, taking off their clothes and walking butt naked. There's one video of a woman, she took off her clothes, squatted, and urinated on the ground. An old man walked up and kicked her right in her butt. It's in Europe somewhere. An old man walked up and kicked her right in her butt, like really hard. So people are indecent in public. Khalwa is something that needs to be studied because we put too much on it. The Muslims are feeling bad because they think they were in a situation that they really weren't. They really weren't in that particular situation. Nevertheless, so Yusuf is giving Jawad a compliment. He says, I am so proud of you. You are a true alpha male. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you with tons of irzaq and barakat. MashaAllah. And it's in Bengali script, if you notice. I read through that because I understand a bit of Malayalam. But alhamdulillah. So that's all that I have. Alhamdulillah, thank you for your comments, questions, concerns, correction. Can continue. What happened? What happened?
What does Malayalam get to do Bengali, man?
I have no idea. I know y'all look alike. Anyway, so that's all that I have right now. May Allah Ta'ala bless you all and help you all find good mates. If you are seeking to multiply your mates and add on, may Allah Ta'ala bless you find those that complement you and your spouse, your previous, not previous, but your current spouse. Nevertheless, it's a hard road ahead. The Kafir mindset is starting to dominate even in the Muslim world. I saw a TikTok video. They're really clowning Islam, making fun of Islam. Who makes qunut like this? What are you, a Hasidic Muslim? Who makes qunut like that? They're doing that on TikTok, They're doing all kind of other stuff. Subhanallah. It's crazy, man. May Allah Ta'ala heal us. I pray Allah I stay above it.
Maybe the back hurts.
I pray Allah I stay above it. What
The
back hurts? Oh, yes. All right. This has been Saudi Man for Ex-Faktly. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.